Hi guys, welcome back to my channel for another plan with me. This was the last plan with me we did. I technically just did it. We're doing a two for today, so if you watched this one and saw the lighting issues, get ready because this one's probably going to be the same way. I honestly don't know how the lighting looks yet. It's not bad at the moment, so we will see how it ends up turning out. Hopefully I'll be able to do all this before my battery dies, but my battery is low and the other one's charging, so we'll see. Alright, so this one doesn't have all the little extras. This one is just the kit, and I know we don't do that very often. So we have the full boxes, we have extra full boxes and little stuff. We have deco, sidebar, more boxes, more extra stuff, again and again. I don't have like the little washy things for this. I kind of wish I did though, because that would have made it better. As far as my listening goes, I am still working on the Unbroken Bonds. I am on chapter 25 now. I've got a little over an hour left. So I listened to about an hour last time. And hopefully I'll be able to knock about the same amount out. And be almost done. I really like this series though, so I'm not in a huge hurry. Alright, so here we go. Hi guys, welcome back to the voiceover portion of the video. It is currently Sunday night. I'm going to try to have this up tomorrow, but I literally have no idea if that's actually going to work or not, because I don't know if I'm going to be awake long enough to put this up tonight. If I am, then you're seeing it on Monday. Happy Monday. If you're not, then it's Tuesday, and well, sorry. I got my planners in the mail, so I will have a planner taste test review thing up again. I did 2 planners last time, and I'm doing 2 planners this time. There's like a year's worth of planners here. I have 2 6 months because it was a lot cheaper to buy 2 than it was to buy 1. It's kind of crazy. But I have this daily planner that I was hoping to do journaling in, and like tarot cards or something, maybe runes, I don't know, I haven't decided yet. But I have it set to start in December, and it's like a year long just to try it out. And then I have the Print Impressions spiral bound one. I know a lot of people use the little cloud hole punched ones, which I think are cute, but I am more of a spiral person just because let's be real here, I would forget my head if I tried to do that. So this one was a little bit interesting. Not only did I not have glitter headers, but I didn't have date cover-ups. No, I lied. I did have date cover-ups. I'm looking right at them. I didn't have, this was a mini kit, so I was really, really worried that it wasn't going to work, but oddly enough, it actually worked. Barely. I had like nothing left over at the end, but it did work, and so I'm happy about it. So we'll go into everything that this kit has momentarily. But as you'll be able to see as I'm laying these down, we definitely had to get a little bit creative with some of the days. I'm sorry about the lighting. Ugh, I need to buy another ring light because the ring light balances it out better. I'm also going to have my son look at my camera because I am one of those old ladies who gets very easily frustrated when I don't understand something technical. And so he does all that stuff for me because I know I'm not super old, but I sure feel like it, especially when all this kind of stuff happens. But while I'm setting up the planner for the week so that we can actually go day by day, I figure I'll catch you up on this week. We're getting ready for Thanksgiving. I'm 2 months behind. I really do need to catch up. I know I say that in almost every week, but I'm really hoping that at some point in time I will actually get to catch up. So here's the question of the week. I make the schedule, and I was making the schedule for the end of this month and then all of next month. And I had planned to go on vacation. We wanted to go to California to go to Disneyland, because this would have been our 15th year straight for me and the boys to have gone to Disney. Um, Tyler doesn't really care. Me and Caleb do, though. Elise lost hers a while ago when we lived in Guam, and Pat lost his ages ago because he's on deployment when we usually go. So, he doesn't care. She kind of cares. She wants to go to Disney World, not Disneyland. But we live close enough to Disneyland where we can drive. So the problem is not the tickets, and the problem is not the time off. The problem is not where we're going to put our animals, because I can leave my cats at work and my dog can go to family. So the question is, the problem is that we don't have a hotel or an Airbnb or any of that kind of stuff, and we've been looking and we cannot find one. They're like $1,200 for like 4 days. I refuse to pay that much money on a hotel for Disneyland. Even Disney World, I have an issue spending that kind of money on. But Disneyland, So I don't know what to do. So if you guys have any suggestions, I would be all ears, because we're going to start looking and seeing if we can find anything farther out, like farther north. I used to live in Burbank, and so maybe we can find something closer to the LA Burbank area instead of the Disneyland area. My brain farted out. I literally was thinking Kissimmee, and I'm like, that's Disney World. Anaheim. There's the word. Anaheim. Oh, my husband just got home. I can hear the Prius pulling up. Priuses are supposed to be so quiet, but they sound like freaking UFOs going down the street. And they just buzz along. Anyways, lost my train of thought again. So I'm not sure if we should look up closer to LA, if there's a better neighborhood to look in. I don't know, but we've been looking in the surrounding areas near Anaheim, and you just can't find anything. So I literally don't know what to do. But it's either we try to figure it out, we stay farther up north, possibly, or we do a staycation, or I just add myself back in. So I talked to my manager about it when I was making the schedule, and she said to make it like I'm not there, and that if I end up staying, that we can figure it out from there. Okay, so I am starting on Monday already. It's amazing how much less time it takes when there's no underlays, no overlays, and no glitter headers. So we have a much faster start to the plan with me. There were some days where we just had a ton to do, and some days where we didn't. And then some days where I just didn't write down all the little extras. So, Monday morning, I slept badly. I don't know why I slept so badly, but between my husband and my cats, my own insomnia, the possibilities are endless on why I wasn't sleeping. But I didn't sleep well. So I got up and we had McDonald's breakfast. So McDonald's breakfast was like a weekly occurrence where we would go out once a week and get McDonald's breakfast. It's kind of turned into like a weekly McDonald's run. And we would only go out like once a week and get McDonald's. And but it wasn't always breakfast anymore because I got tired of the breakfast. And I tried having one just a couple days ago for work because I was in a hurry. And it's not as good. I don't know. Maybe the breakfast, I'm just over it. You get those comfort meal issues, and then all of a sudden you're just like, nope, don't want that one anymore. Wow, I forgot to put a header down right there. Okay. Okay, so mine is header aside, so I guess we'll move on. I also took a nap this day. Looks like I'm down to like one workout for this week. I need to get back into it. all this being sick thing is just, it didn't do good things for my body. So I haven't been working out at all lately, and I feel terrible. I just feel, do you get that moment where you kind of feel weak and fat because you're not doing anything positive for your body? I mean, I'm eating, but I'm not eating great. I'm active because I'm at work, but I'm not working out. And just, I overall just don't feel good. So I need to get back on the, you know, workout regime. I want to do Pilates or weightlifting. And I just hate my gym. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyways, I did take a nap this day because I slept badly. And I hung out with Nikki for a little while. And I did it. Finally, I finished Den of Vipers. It took me 3 months because I am terrible at reading on my Kindle. So I tried my Kindle out for literal months. And I got just getting fed up and I was going to DNF it when Nikki gave me the hardcover. I finished it in 2 days. Yay! So finally finished Den of Vipers. It really wasn't worth it. It was, why do I do this? I don't yawn at work when I'm talking too much. But every single time that I'm doing one of these with you guys, I start yawning. But Den of Vipers was a solid 2-star book. The beginning was good, the end was good, the middle was 400 pages of smut. I like smut just as much as most of the other romance girlies out there. However, that was too much. Step back, let's have a little plot mixed in. And I know that some people love that. I need plot with my smut. Anyways, okay, so the one workout I did for this week, I did, it was on Tuesday morning, I did 30 minutes of back and chest, and then I took the poopers on a WALK. Cannot say that word because he's in the room. And then I had my long spa-like shower where I washed my hair. I don't always put this down. I wash my hair at least once a week, if not more. But just because I don't put it down doesn't mean that it didn't happen. It just means that I forgot to write it down. But I have been writing it down lately because it's an ordeal. Today is hair wash day. And my daughter left me a cold shower. So that was fun. Okay, so I'm going to move on a little bit. The next part is I called animal control for Tyler. So I don't know whatever happened with it. I don't know if he ever got his letter. But we had to call animal control because he was working with Amazon. He really probably should have gone to urgent care or something and started an L&I claim. I don't know how that works for being a flex driver because you're not an actual employee, you're a contract employee. But he got bit really good on the back of the leg. It didn't tear anything that we saw, but it did make him bleed, and it did bruise really nastily. He did break skin. But so we did call animal control. They Amazon gave us the last rabies shot, which was 6 years ago. They were more worried about tetanus. It was just this whole ordeal, and we're driving around looking for the driving school because my daughter had a driving test the next day. And I'm sitting there talking to animal control the whole time, trying to explain what happened because he is a chicken and refuses to make phone calls, which is fine. I get it. I don't like making phone calls for myself either. But yeah, we literally just drove around running some errands and talking to animal control, and the lady at animal control is really good. But they were supposed to send out some paperwork for Tyler to sign and send back. And I honestly don't know if they ever did. And the only problem with it is you have to call 911. So it's not like you can just call animal control. You have to call 911 in order to get animal control, which was stupid and nerve-wracking because I was always raised with the don't call there unless you're dying. And I'm like, well, I'm not dying though. I don't want to take up a 911 call for my son getting bitten at work. But she was going to go talk to him and then she was going to give him a ticket. But we just needed to have the paperwork to sign it and send it back. And I don't know if that ever happened because he never told me. I should probably ask about that. Then we did a couple of errands. We went to Fred and Meyer's and got some food. We went to, it says parking. What parking means is that we went to the mall and practiced parking because she had her driver's test the next day. And she definitely needed to practice. Spoiler alert for the next day, she failed. But we did get some more practice in, and she did end up passing the next time she took it, which I think is like in a week or something. But we went to the mall and practiced parking, and then we went into the mall and went to Barnes and Noble and boxed lunch and Hot Topic and Frugo or something. It's like Frugo. I don't know what it's called. Anyways, it's this cute little kitschy shop, and we went in there too. And then me and Nikki had a girls' night, which is fun. It's nice to have those nights with her. Hopefully we'll have another one soon. I've just been too busy. And so the couple days that I wasn't busy, she was busy, and it's just been a thing. So I haven't got to spend much time with her lately, which sucks. Okay, we'll move on to Wednesday because I can never stay like on top of this. I'm always either a little ahead or a little behind myself. So it was one of those days where I put busy day. It's not that it was a busy day per se. It's that it felt like I didn't do anything but run errands. And it wasn't a ton of stuff. It was just some stuff. So Elise had a doctor's appointment. She got diagnosed with EDS. If you don't know what that is, it's Ehlers-Danlos. If you are one of my book girlies, it is a version of what Violet has in Fourth Wing. Ours is a little bit different. They're pretty sure that I have it too because when he was asking questions, both of us were like, yes, yes, yes. And he's like, can I see you guys do this? And we both did it. The only difference is that they had to do a blood test. There's like one form of arthritis that you have to rule out in order to get a positive diagnosis for it. And I obviously didn't get the blood test because the appointment wasn't for me. But Elise did get the blood test. And as far as I know, nothing came back on the blood test, which means that she does have it. So she got, tentatively diagnosed with EDS. We have the loose ligaments and bad stomachs, and there's a bunch of weird ass little things that go into it, and I had no idea about. And as the doctor's rattling them off, all of it, me and Elise both going, yeah, because it was just a lot. After her doctor's appointment, we took her for her driver's test, which she failed. She barely failed, and it was over stupid little things. Like, I told her to make sure she looks over her shoulder exaggerated, because if she doesn't look over her shoulder exaggerated, they will say, oh, well, I didn't see you look. Guess what failed her? That. When she parallel parked, she was too far away from the curb, and when she was stopping at a stoplight, she didn't stop fast enough. So she she waited a little too long to stop. That makes sense? It was just stupid little stuff. It was really nickeling and diming it. I'm like, fine, whatever. She was heartbroken though. But like I said, she ended up passing the next time she took it, so it wasn't that bad. Then I also had a shift for Flex that night from 5 to 8. And my kid's best friend, so the boy's best friend, showed up. He is definitely a family friend, and so the whole family's close with him and his whole family. So at one point in time, he was best friends with my boys, and then his sister was best friends with my daughter. I was best friends with their mom. It was just this big thing. And don't get me wrong, I still love Stephanie to death, and Elise still loves Sasha, but we're just not as close anymore as the boys still are. So he came and visited, which was really nice. And then we moved on to Thursday, where I was starting a vlog. I don't know what the vlog was, but I'm assuming it had something to do with the library book sale. This was the last library book sale I went to. Maybe I did go to the last one then. I thought there was another one. But if this is the September one, then this was the last one they had. Whatever. Every 2 months. It's not soon enough. Because I went to another one yesterday. I don't have vlog footage of that one though. It's really hard to vlog in there because it's so busy. But I started a new vlog. I did all of my prep for my plan with me, which if you see the sticker page thing fly through here, right there, you can see it. I'm pulling a sticker off of it. That's what prepping is for me. It's just getting all the little pretty stickers together. So I did that. And I was just having a frustrated day. So I put bad day sticker down on my everyday planner. It says frustrated, but either way, it was just not great. We had some tense moments in this last week, which I felt bad about because, of course, it coincided with Jace being there. And I don't think it had anything to do with Jace. I think it was just things happened all at one time. We went to Barnes & Noble for a little while. We ran to Church's for dinner, which was so yummy. I love Church's. It makes me so happy. It also means that I can stop craving Chick-fil-A quite so much. And then we also did the buy one, get one free thing at Starbucks, which we have not done Starbucks in a literal minute. Then I spent some time with Nikki, and then I worked on my books. So my bookshelves took probably a month to get going, and I didn't film very much of it. I filmed the first couple of days of it, and then I didn't film anything after that. So it ended up being a crapshoot, but I ended up putting it up anyways, even though it wasn't my best, only because I had been complaining about it a lot, and I wanted to show you guys the before and the after. It's just all of the footage in the middle wasn't super proud of. I am going to have to do some more detailed reorganizing, and when I do that, I will make sure I film better. So we're kind of caught up now. The question is, do I move along or do I, just talk? Well, we're going to move along because as much as my talking skills are definitely up to par, I don't want to bore you guys. So Friday was payday for my husband. I get paid the 5th and 20th, and he gets paid the 1st and the 15th. So it kind of offs our days a little bit, which is nice because by the time that we need a little bit more money, one of us gets paid. So I was working on the vlog still, and I filmed one of the plan with me's. I don't know if I filmed just one or two, and normally I'll write that down. So I'm going to assume that it's one because I've been trying to recently film 2 at a time. So that way it's less pressure on me. I just need to do the voiceovers. I don't need to do the whole thing. Hopefully I'll actually have a ring light soon, so sometime in the next couple weeks they'll look better. I'm going to have my son look at them too because I really like the lighting in my new camera, but I don't want to use that for Plan With Me's too because then I'm going to have just this useless camera around. I don't know. I have no idea. But then we had a pizza night with the kiddos. Got this gigantic pizza from Sept. It's like the Sept pizza is supposed to be like super, super good. So they have these gigantic party-sized pizzas that they cut into little like squares. And we had that for dinner. And we also had a reading night. So it was a really nice, chill evening. And I miss having those types of nights. I don't know. Yeah. I'm way ahead of this. Like literally, I barely started Friday and now I'm finished with Friday. There just wasn't a lot to put into a lot of these days. But I always lose stuff. So I spend more time searching for stickers than I do actually planning, which is why I have to end up cutting out so much. Oh man, I still can't stop it. I swear, the moment I turn this thing on, I want to burp, or I want to yawn, or my stomach starts growling. I don't know what it is, but it's like my brain's like Freudian slipping over here. No, Pavloving, that's what it is. It's Pavloving. I don't know. I've somehow managed to make my brain think, oh, look, it's time to yawn. Or it's time for my stomach to growl. Ugh. Anyways, so that's Friday. So now that we're moving on to Sunday, I went to the library book sale. I spent $20. I love the library book sale. Um, I have watched a few people like Sydney when she did her library book sale. Like the books were like $5 each. If I do the library book sale here in Silverdale, it's like $3 each. And then up in Paulsbo, which is where I went, it's 50 cents for mass markets, and then $1 to $2 for everything else, unless it's something special. But most stuff is $1 to $2. And so I can go in there with $20 and leave with 20 books, which I did more than that both days because I tackled the mass market section. Because I'm going to be, I want to do a video like rereading my favorites, something along those lines, and I want to like get back in touch with the books that I loved when I started reading to begin with. And so like I was looking through there and I found some of my favorites. So like Katie McAllister, she has this weird vampire series that I read when I first started reading, and I loved it. There was a couple of YA ones mixed into the group, but most of them were adults, and they weren't super smutty. They were like one really good scene, and then everything else was fade to black. And then Jenna Showalter also had a bunch of books. I even had some on my Kindle, and I actually read on my Kindle because I loved her stuff so much. So they had a bunch of Jenna Showalter there, so I gave all the Jenna books to my husband and my app that has everything written on it, and I had him just go through and look and see what he could find. And he went through and put everything back that I already had, and then kept out the stuff that I needed. So I'm hoping to be able to do like a video, like rereading old favorites or getting back into this is, reading the books that got me into reading to begin with, something along those lines. I mean, hell, I have a Twilight video started a year ago that I never finished. So, I mean, I do get into those moods occasionally where I want to read those books. So after the book sale, I worked on the vlog for a little while, and then I went and read at Nikki's house, and we had dinner together. She went through this spurt for like a month where she kept feeding me because she knows that me and food don't work well together, and so I will just not eat, and she likes to fix that for me. So she kept feeding me, and we were doing a pretty good job reading. I don't know what I was reading on this day. It was not Womb because that was a little bit later in the month. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. But we've read some pretty decent books and some pretty weird books together. And then sometimes she's got something on, like she likes to watch TV shows. And if something I don't care about, I won't watch it at all, and I'm totally fine. But she was watching Hunger Games, and she wanted me to read Iron Flame, and I'm like, you want me to read Iron Flame while you're watching Hunger Games? That's not gonna happen. I got so distracted. But it's still fun to sit there and pretend like we're gonna read, and we end up laughing the entire time. But yeah, so I don't know what we had for dinner. I just wrote down that we had dinner together. So I don't have an actual meal for my sidebar at all. And then on Sunday, I went to Dutch Bros. I did a big update of my planner because occasionally, like last week, I will forget to write in my planner all week long because I'll just get busy. And so I had one of those weeks, and so I needed to update everything. But luckily, between my children and Nikki, I was able to get most of the week figured out. But if you notice, there's a couple of days that have nothing written down on them. It's because I don't remember. And then I had a work day. I did 3 hours. I did flex. I actually have a flex shift for this week. I don't know if I'm going to go, but we'll figure that out later. So I had a 1:15 to 4:15, just a 3 hour. And then we stopped by Winco after my shift, which is really normal. We do that a lot. Because what do you do when you are done delivering food? You're hungry and you want to go buy some of your own. And then I had another big reading day. I don't think I read with Nikki on this day, only because it doesn't say with Nikki. And I also says I was reading Serpent and the Wings of Night, and I was listening to an audiobook. But I'm not sure which audiobook I was listening to because I didn't actually go and look. So if I was to look at my app right now and I look for the Serpent and the Wings of Night, it looks like I was listening to Counting the Cost by Jill Duggar. So that's probably what the other currently reading was. That, or I was working on the Mercer Myers, the Cinder series, because I was also working on that at the same time. But I don't know what the actual purpose of the audiobooks was. But I just, for some reason, put down what I was currently reading. And I actually had a currently reading sticker. So I was like, hey, look, I can do that. I can add a currently reading sticker in here. And then it looks like the last little bit of this video is that I forgot to do the sidebar. Because, you know, that seems normal for me. I'll either do the sidebar first or last, and this week I did it last and forgot that I did it last. So I added the little strip here because I thought it was going to look better that way. I don't think it really matters. I think it looks fine either way. Whatever. So that's the basic one. That's the whole layout on its own. And here's me trying to pack it up and thinking, okay, I'm done now. I'll turn off my audiobook and I will move on. And then I open it up and realize, nope, didn't do the sidebar. Let's fix that really quick. And then I will pack it in. So I only have a handful of things on here. Like I said, I totally forgot to write stuff in. Monday, I don't know. There's nothing there. Tuesday is a girl dinner, which could mean anything to I walked around the kitchen snacking, or I made a full charcuterie board. I don't know. If I was with Nikki, there's a very good possibility that we had fish sticks and cheese sticks, you know, something along those lines. Wednesday, I don't know. Thursday, I had ramen. Friday, we had the big pizza night. Saturday, I ate at Nikki's. And then Sunday, I haven't got a clue. Because, again, I didn't write it down. But, based on what I was doing, if I went to Winco, that's probably a really good guesstimation that I grabbed something from the deli. Like, they have those chicken potato bowls that, like, the KFC type chicken potato bowls that are really good. They're like $4 and they're huge. The only problem is that I'm not a huge fan of the gravy that you can get in those ones. I like the brown gravy, not the white gravy. But potato is still really good. But underneath my steps, which were abysmal, is my oil pulling, which I did most of the week. And my workouts, which I did one singular workout for the whole week, including a WALK from the poopers. But, yeah, I need to fix that because that's where I'm at now. Blah. Okay, that's it. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Okay, guys, this is the rest of it. I don't have dinners for the whole week. I did not work out hardly at all this week. But then again, I haven't been working out lately. I've been sick way too much. It really sucks. Tried to make do with the fact that I was missing glitter headers and I didn't have any pretty sparklies. But I think it still worked out pretty well. I think it still ended up pretty cute. And then here I have basically just deco left. I have not much left here, so that one's going to get trashed. This one will also get trashed because I just don't use those ones very often. This one I will keep, and then that one I will keep. So, used most of the kit. It's a mini kit, I think, and so it's not as good as the kits that I normally would get. But I think it worked out just fine. I'm just glad I didn't need much extra because I didn't have any. But yeah, that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you. There we go. I'll see you guys again in the next one. Bye.